Hello everyone, and after 8 long years since its announcement, we are finally playing and reviewing Cyberpunk 2077. So for those who don't know, Cyberpunk is a vast open world game that takes place in 2077 in a city called Night City, and you are V. You can be a male, you can be a female, you can make and customize your own character. And at the beginning of the game, you start with basically choosing 3 paths. To be nomad, you can be street kid, and you can be corpo. Each one takes a different path through the world with different missions. Each one is unique in its own way, and after playing and finishing this game, it is time to review it. So first of all, let's address the problem with the game. The problem, as everyone knows already by now, and whoever played the game knows, that there is no Cyberpunk game without its glitches and bugs. The problem with the game is it wasn't optimized. So this is also at the same time a rant and a review. Why rant? Because I'm unsatisfied but also very impressed and very happy with the product, if that even makes any sense. The first impression was unsatisfied. Why? This game was really hyped, and I'll talk about problems about this game and why it was a disappointment for many people. So the thing is this game has and still it has a huge potential to be something extraordinary, and it really is. It shows you this city that is grim and dark and full of gangs and war and criminals and murdering all over the streets. But it's very beautiful. Like there are many moments when you just sit or stand and you just look at it, or drive by through the city and enjoying the buildings and the skyscrapers. The problem, however, in this game is that it wasn't optimized for the previous generation of consoles, and some PC gamers have also had the problems with the game. Game was buggy, very glitchy, had problems with its frame rate. Sometimes even main characters would have problems. They would, glitch out of the map, and you couldn't progress through the story. There were all sorts of various bugs and glitches in this game, but hopefully they will all be fixed. But at the first day or two, the Cyberpunk developer CD Projekt Red have already fixed the game, and basically I have no problems right now. I have less bugs, I have less glitches, my frame rate is smooth, 30 frames per second. There are slight textures that sometimes pop in, but if I play the game for way too long, I have problems. For example, when I start up the radio, the whole game just freezes, and when it's unfreezing, the minimap goes away, or sometimes even characters go away, or I glitch through the objects, or things like that. I'll show, as I said in this review video, all kinds of glitches that I came across. I mean, I can't possibly put all of them in the same video. I'll try to balance, show a bit of gameplay, a little bit of, combat, how the inventory looks, the skill tree, and everything. You will hear my whole experience and my whole opinion about this game, and if it is worth a buy in the end. So, that being said, as I was saying, the game was really released in a really, really poor state, and some people can't really handle that, and they are sort of bitching out, in the meaning of this game is bullshit, it's terrible, it's terrible game. But you can't really say that, because game is amazing, and I'm gonna tell you why. It has a very good story. It has interesting characters, memorable characters. It has good side quests. The world is full of things. The music in this game is amazing. Each radio station is great. You can even censor music for YouTube or Twitch. Like lots of things, from vehicles to weapons, they're totally different, to the skill tree, to perks, and how you earn your street cred and leveling up. It's really well done. It's a proper RPG. Maybe some people don't like that, but it is. Maybe when you play on medium difficulty, the AI might seem off, might not seem as smart, but on the hardest difficulty, the game it can be at moments challenging. But with the bugs and its glitches, the game can crash sometimes. The game can, fool the NPC to think you're not there, or just glitch the character so they're not even fighting you. Which, in my opinion, just breaks the immersion of the game. And this is the point. The game is amazing. Let me tell you, this game, when it gets fixed, it's a masterpiece. Why? It fulfills everything what everyone needed. And I know somebody might say, well, I wanted third-person view. Well, this is a first-person game. Just get over it. And I know some people would say, hey, like they could have put like a chip that allows you to play third person. And I know some people feel that third person is a better view than first person. But let me tell you something. On the first person, you can see just like in real life, you can see on the other side of the wall. That makes it more immersive. Yes, you can see through walls in this game with your scanner. But I just use it me personally only on rare occasions when I really need it for a mission. So as I said, you are V, and you are a street kid. That's the path that I chose. And on the first couple of missions you meet Jackie, which is basically later becomes your best friend, and years later you have a job from a very powerful person to do a very dangerous job, and it gets really hard. And well, I won't spoil much with the story because I really want you to play the story yourself. But basically you're aiming to be and become a legend, and later on you insert a chip in your head which basically puts a consciousness of Johnny Silverhand, which is portrayed by Keanu Reeves, the famous actor. His character is very well done. He's such a badass. The gameplay with him in some moments in the game are totally OP, and you are just killing the living shit out of everybody. So that will be all for the story. I won't tell you much because I know this game is deep, but the storyline isn't that long. You can finish this game really quickly, but this is not the point. The game you're supposed to play for many hours. It's like similar to Skyrim. You're there in the world. Yes, you can go directly to play the main mission, but why would you? You have so many activities. You have police investigations of criminal report. You have many shops you can visit and buy. You can get perks and attribute points, which each one of them with body reflexes and technical ability, intelligence and cool. Each one of them you upgrade on their own, and each one of them has either 2 or 3 different trees of perks that it has way too many perks. And I mean, yes, you have to play this game for a really long time to be able to even unlock most of them, but it's really well done because it kind of balances, and it has everything for everybody in its perks, like if you want to double jump, or if you want to heal faster, or if you want to sprint longer, for your stamina or things like that, or if you want bullets to with your assault rifle to do more damage, you can do that. You can use the perk for that. Other than that, you know, in the combat area, as I said before, AI can be sometimes stupid. On the hardest difficulty, it's more difficult, obviously. But I thoroughly enjoyed the experience. And to be honest with you, when the game came out, I did have problems. I didn't have any crashes, but I had frame drops, a lot of them, and but that didn't make me want to stop playing for the game. Because when you think about games overall in general, like I think it always depends on the person who's playing it, because it's not just a one thing and everybody likes that. Everybody think it's not black and white, good or bad. People experience ways experience things in different ways. So in that way of thinking, like, I can play the game and enjoy it completely, and somebody just like me can play the game and enjoy it but not be satisfied at the same time and ask for a refund, you know. But somebody who doesn't love futuristic stuff and doesn't like this kind of theme can play the game and love it. So it all depends on your personal opinion on what you like and what you do not like. But I think that even though with these bugs that I had, I think the story was the one that was pushing me through, and the gunplay, because it was really satisfying to use my shotgun and just blast away those augmented enemies. Because in the future, people are using augmentations, and they basically, upgrade their I don't know, like, for example, they upgrade, like, for example, their jumping and their sprinting and things like that. However, the thing about upgrading your enhanced abilities is that they are really expensive. Like, for example, double jumping costs 46 or 48,000 eddies, and that's a really lot of grind, but it's not a bad grind. I mean, when you're thinking about grinding stuff, like, I'll tell you from my personal experience. Like, for example, in FIFA or NBA, you keep grinding and grinding the same thing over and over and over, and what in the end you don't get anything. Then there's another player who just buys it with real money, the currency, and they just play with you like you're nothing, But in this game, you do the side missions, you do the activities, you kill the enemies, and as you get street rep and as you get experience, you also earn lots of eddies. What I suggest to earn much faster eddies, much faster rate, I suggest for everybody that whatever you come across, whether if it's just a beer or a sandwich or if it's just guns, and if you're carrying way too much, like, don't worry, just pick it all up and then call your car or motorcycle to pick you up. It will come just like Roach in Witcher 3, I know. And basically, what will happen is that the thing is, picks you up and you just go to the gun store and sell it all, and then you can get more money. But more side activities you do, the more money you will get. That's most of the money you're gonna get. But basically, I think, people will say, but it looks blurry, it doesn't look that sharp. I mean, when you think about it, this game is it's last gen, and this game was made for the next gen consoles and the powerful PCs, so you can't really expect the same the same graphical display as in next gen. But technicalities besides, and besides all the bugs and glitches, this game on the base, not Pro or Slim, on the base version of the PlayStation 4 is really playable. One of my memorable ones was when an AI taxi driver got a virus and a couple of his cars got missing, and then the virus taxi called me and he's like, and it was really funny because I had to chase him and like almost destroy him, and he was like acting like his own personality, and he's like evil. It was so funny for me to like listen to him. But but overall my experience with this game, as I said, is really awesome. I mean just the story on its own. I mean people, just hear me out. You can think basically, oh, the graphics doesn't look good or anything, but if you're that kind of a person, to be honest, just wait for the game. Don't buy it. Wait for a couple of months, or or they already promised like next week there will be another patch, and they also promised that during January and February they're gonna release a big patches that will upgrade our experiences, and some free stuff as well, which is awesome. I think that when you look at some games like Anthem and Mass Effect and Andromeda, and you see what developers have done to improve it, and they haven't done anything. But when you look at Cyberpunk, they instantaneously just released a patch of 17 gigabytes in less than a day just to fix everything, and it really did fix everything, but not in a literal way. There will always be glitches, there will always be bugs, whether it's fixed or not. There is no perfect game, but in my opinion, this game is definitely worth buying besides its bugs. So make sure to support CD Projekt Red and never pre-order a game, ever. That will be all from me. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Until then, guys, I forgot to mention, I'm doing streams, and I started streaming on Twitch, so that's twitch.tv Talkative Talks. So there will be a link in the description. I'm streaming every single day, so for this week, expect tomorrow on Thursday another stream, and then on Saturday, and then Monday, and then Wednesday, and so on. You get the point. So please check the link down below in the description and follow me on Twitch. That would mean really a lot of me. Thanks, guys.
Depends. What's wrong with you? You serious? You want my patient history too? I just want to be sure it's no cyberpsychosis or anything. No, it's a normal implant malfunction. Happy? You helping me or what?